One of the most entertaining things for me to binge on are interviews of celebrities or known individuals which turn rather uncomfortable. Most of the interactions that I am going to mention are off the cuff, and the reactions of the several guests to the constant questioning is one, how informed they are of the particular topic, and second, their improvisation skills. Through this video, we're going to focus on several moments from news as well as YouTube channels that not only showcase misinformed opinions of individuals, but also present some of the most uncomfortable human interactions caught on camera. Without further ado, here is Tried&Refused Productions with embarrassing Indian television or news moments that will make you cringe. Supriyo vs. Abhinandan Sekhri. One extremely powerful film that released this year was Chibok, starring Deepika Padukone, a compelling film on a survivor, her resilience in making sure the perpetrator serves for his crime, and the resurgence of sorts individually after being a victim of such a traumatic event. The public's perception of the film became extremely murky after Deepika Padukone's appearance in JNU amidst the protests. As people had never seen Deepika being publicly vocal about her political stance, Twitter started trending with boycotting the film, and a movie extremely pure and earnest got pushed into this daily debate of intent and agenda. One of the rumors floating around the film, which was spread as fact, was that the creators changed the name of the antagonist from Nadeem Khan to Guddu. This rumor, and which was etched in people's memory as fact, was brilliantly shut down by Abhinandan Sekhri from News Laundry, who reminded BJP Minister Supriyo of the cold hard facts.
I am saying under the circumstances, it is probably unnecessary to change a Babul to Salim or a Salim to Babul because there is tension which you agree to. I am not.
What you are saying hasn't happened. Why you see the film? This is the third time you are saying something that is untrue.
Why is it untrue?
No, but why are you claiming something that is untrue? I don't understand for the third time.
Have you seen the film? Nadeem?
Yes, I saw it last night.
No. I am listening. Tell me.
His name is Babbu Bashir. I mean, Babbu Bashir is his name. His religion has not been changed.
What?
And one sec, Mr. Supriyo, hang on.
The sense of defeat in the minister's face was extremely apparent. Manoj Tiwari. The Delhi elections this year were the most polarizing and talked about state elections. There were protests happening left, right and centre, inflammatory comments were being stated in speeches by politicians, and everyone was wondering what would be the outcome of the elections of the national capital. The most eccentric and unintentionally funny character of the elections was undoubtedly Manoj Tiwari, especially if you look at several media interactions of the supposed candidate. In those interactions, the individual comes across as misinformed and ill-prepared for the task at hand. If you look at two instances, the statement becomes extremely clear. In 2014, when Tiwari was being interviewed by Rahul before contesting from Delhi, the interaction is painful to witness.
पूछ रहा हूं कि महंगाई की समस्या पे निजात पाने के लिए मनोज तिवारी क्या करेगा?
हम जो हमारी नरेंद्र मोदी के जो योजनाएं होंगे उसके लिए हम लड़ेंगे, लोगों को वो योजनाएं पारित करवाएंगे।
क्या योजनाएं होंगी?
अब आधे घंटे के प्रोग्राम में
मैं तो आपको वक्त दे रहा हूं, बताइए मुझे।
नहीं,
कितने मोदी के टाइम पे नहीं बढ़ेंगे दाम?
बढ़ेंगे नहीं, घटेंगे।
कैसे घटेंगे?
घटाएंगे हम लोग।
हवा में हैं आप, हवाई किले बना रहे हैं।
In 2020, before the Delhi election, when he was interviewed by Lalan Top, he was asked the benefits of demonetization, and this was the back and forth explanation when he was cross-questioned by Saurabh Dwivedi.
आज एक सबसे बड़ी जो चोट पहुंची है आतंकवाद पे,
जी, नोटबंदी से आतंकवाद को चोट पहुंची है,
भयानक चोट
ये कहा गया था, पर देश का रिजर्व बैंक तो कहता है कि 99.8%, एक मोटा आंकड़ा, उतनी करेंसी वापस आ गई।
99.8% में 0.2% बचा ना जी, वो सारे पैसे से आतंकवाद हो रहा था।
Kapil Sharma and journalists. One of the most mind-numbingly boring jobs for actors is to promote their films. A combination of interviews dealing with never have I evers, dares, rapid fires, just to go through several channels that can tap into instilling in their audience the release date of the film. One of the most popular places where movies are promoted is the Kapil Sharma show, and it is mainly due to its TRPs. Not that actually people want to do it, it's just that millions watch the show. As Happy Bhag Jayegi was being promoted on the show, it led to quite an uncomfortable back and forth between Kapil Sharma and a journalist who did not want to banter with the comedian and seemed to get offended at every small comment. This, by the way, carries on for several minutes as the actors uncomfortably sit in the background.
तो आप इतना सीरियस क्यों रहते हैं?
मैं कहाँ सीरियस हूँ, मैं तो बस ऐसे ही। नहीं, मेरे सवाल रिजेक्ट नहीं हुआ, मेरे सवाल
ऐसे क्यों कर रहे हैं? एसिडिटी की प्रॉब्लम है?
सभी ने मेरे सवालों का जवाब दिया, कुछ भी रिजेक्ट नहीं हुआ।
आपको पता है आप सीरियस हैं, इसीलिए आपकी छाती के बाल ग्रो नहीं कर रहे हैं। थोड़ा आपको पता है मेरी उम्र कितनी है?
Kenny Sebastian and Sonam Kapoor. If you want to look at an interaction of two people who are completely at different wavelengths, nothing is more apparent when Kenny Sebastian and Sonam Kapoor appeared on the show's social media star with Janice. Usually comedians banter a lot during interviews, either with the person conducting the interview or with the guest appearing with them. But you can clearly notice the uncomfortable energy between the two in the episode.
Just say hello.
Hi.
A clear example of it is when Kenny tests the waters of joking and it just doesn't register with Sonam.
One day my stylist and my makeup person and my gown holding person didn't come. And I realized that I'm just a nobody.
You're just a nobody.
Yeah.
This is absolutely, if he does comedy like this, I don't know. It's only because of your face, darling.
What's funny is that it was apparent that Kenny took a backseat from being the guy who would take part in a back and forth. As you never know, things might escalate or turn into the territory of someone getting offended. This incident and interview was also covered by the comedian on his podcast, which clears the air of how he was internally processing the situation.
I think once it slipped out also. I was being sarcastic and she didn't get it. So I was just like, this is not fun. I don't want to make fun of someone and they're not being aware of it.
Sudhir Chaudhary. You know, it's pretty clear that objective journalism in this day and age is a farce. Every channel and so-called independent companies online that report news have a fixed narrative and agenda. A lot of these biases flesh out in the public eye with the way they cover the news, only focusing on a particular perspective, and if someone from the opposition has a valid point, shutting down with a lot of noise and interruptions. But when personal frustration in itself starts to ooze out in front of camera, where it becomes clear that a person has genuinely been hurt, so much so that they start belittling and insulting the population of the national capital of the country, the bias becomes so much more magnified. When the exit polls of the Delhi elections made it very clear that Aam Aadmi Party was going to win by a landslide, Sudhir Chaudhary from Zee News was perturbed by the results and the choice of the people in a democratic country, that he went on a rant to talk about how ignorant and clueless the people of Delhi are. A moment from news which was embarrassing to witness.
दिल्ली वाले बस अपने में मस्त रहना चाहते हैं. वो ये चाहते हैं देश टूटे फूटे या ना टूटे, कुछ भी होता रहे, मेरा जीवन आराम से चलना चाहिए. दिल्ली की जनता अपने जीवन के संघर्ष में ही पूरी तरह से बिजी है, लिप्त है. उसे बाकी के देश से कोई मतलब नहीं.
Sadhvi Pragya and Rahul Kanwal. One of the most notorious figures in Indian politics in this day and age is undoubtedly Sadhvi Pragya. The individual has been in the news and often been criticized for several reasons. She was one of the prime accused in the Maligaon catastrophe of 2008. She has always considered Nathuram Godse in several interviews to be a patriot.
नाथुराम गॉडसे देशभक्त थे, हैं और रहेंगे.
And being temporarily banned for her proudly stating that she was part of the Babri Masjid demolition.
मैं गई थी, ढांचा तोड़ा था और मैं भव्य मंदिर बनाने जाऊंगी.
When Rahul Kanwal was interviewing Sadhvi Pragya, the interview takes a deep turn towards the bizarre when the politician starts to speak about the health benefits from cows. Not only did she state that the cow helps dealing with blood pressure,
उल्टे क्रम में हाथ घुमाते हैं तो हमारा बीपी ठीक होता है.
but further goes on to state how it helps to recover from cancer.
गौमूत्र जो है, मैं कैंसर की पेशेंट, मैंने गौमूत्र से और पंचगव्य से बनी औषधियों से अपने को ठीक किया, अपना कैंसर ठीक किया है.
Kangna Ranaut. When Kangna Ranaut is promoting any movie, you know there is going to be quite the chatter around her remarks in several interviews. An actor that doesn't budge from saying what she exactly feels, and this sometimes, like in this case, can go completely out of hand. As the journalist Justin was asking a question, Kangna Ranaut goes on to talk about how the journalist has nasty thoughts in his head for supposedly criticizing her movie Manikarnika.
सच लिखते हो यार.
कितनी ज्यादा गंदी बातें लिख रहे हो, इतना गंदा सोचते कैसे हो?
No, this is not the right way, Kangna. You cannot intimidate a journalist because you are at the power position here.
Can we have the...
No, of
Buddy,
course, no, because
I know.
As the MC tries to stop the back and forth, this leads to an eruption from the reporters, wanting to allow a space where the journalist can speak. The session goes so out of hand that the entire promotion becomes about the altercation rather than the film, a back and forth that could have easily been avoided. This, by the way, snowballed into an entire battle between Ranaut and the journalist that definitely hurt the business of the film. Rahul Gandhi and Tamil Nadu. The number of times Rahul Gandhi as a politician has found himself in uncomfortable situations in front of camera is countless. Nothing could be funnier than Rahul Gandhi's experience of giving speeches in Tamil Nadu with a translator by his side. The translator in every shape and form was out of his depth of translating, and this led for such an uncomfortable impact with the masses that had gathered. The speech only consists of Rahul Gandhi progressively getting annoyed and the translator being in his own world, not knowing what the politician is talking about.
But he's given the world's biggest defense contract.
And in other times, even misquoting the politician.
And that is why we respect the people of Tamil Nadu.
And that was the video, guys. Write it down in the comments below whether you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.